Okay, now to edit those curves in the graph editor, I'm going to hit my space bar to jump back to my graph view here. And I think for right now, let me maximize this so it's easier for us to see. Now, in case all of your viewport controls still work in here. So if you hold down the command key and middle mouse, drag, it pans, and then middle mouse and right button zooms in and out. But I wanted to call your attention up here. These are very handy, and what these do is that these frame up the active attributes you have here. So this maximizes it so it zooms to fit here, and this maximizes to zoom to fit this way. So one goes up and down, the other goes left to right. So now I've got my curve here, and it's pretty much the opposite of what we want. Remember, we wanted to get this kind of a bird look to this curve. So here's how we're going to do that. First thing, the graph editor you need to know is that you need to have your move tool, W, selected so that you can move things around in the editor. And you select things by left-clicking on them. But weirdly enough, to move them around, you need to, with the move tool over here selected, you need to use your middle mouse button to drag them around. So move tool, W, and middle mouse to drag these keys around. Now to move the tangent handles, you need to select the tangent handle and then drag it up and down like that. And I keep hitting undo here, Command Z. So what I'm going to do first is I want to adjust this handle over here. So right now you'll notice I can go ahead and do that. And let me point out one thing that you want to avoid. You want to avoid letting these handles get past, you know, a flat or a vertical, as we'll see. Because right here we get what we call overshoot. And that's where the key, which is the black dot here, is not the maximum point on the curve. And that makes for kind of an awkward situation. Not all the time, you can kind of cheat it. Sometimes it's kind of a cool thing to be able to do. But generally you want to have a key set where your maximum point of movement is. So I'm just going to go ahead and flatten this out and keep this at a 0-degree angle so it's just nice and flat there. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. Left click on the handle to select it, and then middle mouse click on the handle to drag it up. Okay? Alright. Now down here, things are going to get a little trickier. I left click on the handle and then right click or middle mouse to move it, but it moves both at the same time, which I don't want. So I need to go up here and tell it to break the tangent. So that's that little V with a blue and a brown symbol. I click that, and now these will turn blue and brown, which means that I can move them separately. So I middle mouse that up, and I will middle mouse this up. Whoa. Okay. So now I've got my basic kind of bird V here. Now if I want to get a little bit more extreme, I can go out here and, let's say, free the tangent weights. So I go here to curves, or weight the tangents, weighted tangents. And that gives me more control. It makes these a lot bigger and a lot heavier so that I can do more adjustment on them. Oops. And the other thing that I can do to get even more control is to free the tangent weights. So once I've got weighted tangents, I can click this, and now I can pull this any size that I want and really get crazy with it. But for right now, I just want to keep this kind of nice, smooth V. Spacebar, come back out here, and let's play the animation, see what we get. Play. Not bad. Okay, in the next video I'll show you how to make some adjustments to your timing.